Mac Mondays, Scene 2, Take 1, Mark.
Okay.
You tried it.
All right.
You really tried
With this
it.
little light here, though, you looking real godly. I can't wait for y'all to see this picture.
Sounds like some haters. Sounds like some haters.
His little spotlight is going crazy. It's the cream for me.
Your mom said to keep the cream on. She
It's
said
the
no,
cream for me.
Dad said it was too cold for this.
Oh God. Okay, you can put that. You can place that under. Under. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
He
So much.
definitely.
Dang, you fresh. Can you get the people a look at your fit, please?
You want me to stand
Yeah,
up?
I was gonna say that. Put your
Literally.
foot on the table too, because they gotta see the shoes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh.
A little
Oh
something,
wait,
something.
in the middle. We need to see.
Ooh,
Wait,
ooh.
this is your. This is the
This the camera right here. You know,
walk,
so-
walk back and then walk forward. Let's see you model it. Let's see.
all right. You want this-
Yeah. Oh. Get them. Bend down so they can see your face. There we go. Oh, prison pose. Hey. Okay. All right, that's enough. Sit down.
Oh, you want me to sit down?
We're
All
done
right.
with you.
All right. Hey,
We're so
listen,
done
I'm
with
just trying to
you.
get the people what they want.
Oh, all right. Now, trying to get the people what they want. You know, you don't pop out often. So when they do see you, it's
Pop out
all right.
a little bit.
You-
Just give the people a little bit something.
oh, you got an audience. He's performing for y'all.
Tune in.
Okay, back it up. No, what's up? Lee Mack, I got you back in full fledged.
Yeah, you know, live in the flesh.
I know, it's our parents' birthday week.
Yes.
Our parents are born like 4 days apart. One's on the 22nd, mom's on the 22nd, dad's on the 26th.
Yeah, and they make it work.
Yeah, no, they get on
are
each
they
other.
supposed to?
No, they get on each other's nerves. Don't play.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
It's, yeah, we don't really gotta talk about it.
35
35 years? Yeah, thick. It's crazy. So, but whatever. What is the freest game you ever got from mom?
Freest game that I ever got from mom. Freest game that I ever got from mom was really, well, it's really the lesson that she really, like life lesson that she really kind of instilled in me about making priorities, you know, handling those before everything follows suit. And what I mean by that is just like she was the one that was big on school,
Yeah.
right? And if I didn't do that,
Yeah. You couldn't
you
do
can forget
nothing
about
else.
anything that's extracurricular activity.
Okay.
So I would want to say like she
like,
definitely
play
like the
hard,
game
work hard.
like yes you got to do the work in order to be able to play really.
Yeah.
And that's like the free game that I really like took from moms with that.
That's a good lesson because you do have to put the work in, and then when you work, enjoying the fruits of your labor is definitely a high benefit. That
Right.
Yeah.
That's
for sure.
And that's with the administrative and the logistic things in life with coming from her.
Yeah. Okay. That
For
makes
sure,
sense.
100%.
Yeah. That definitely makes sense, and I think that's good in any sense, right? But that's how life works, right? Like the harder work you put in, the more fruitful your results are. Like,
Correct, 100%.
Yeah.
But you have to be able to go through those
like changes
and obstacles in order to do what you need to do.
and like learning, and definitely, yeah. That's a good lesson. That's a good lesson. Honestly, that's
When you put it in the perspective of the category of free game,
yeah.
that's what I took from it.
Yeah, because it was like,
Because it was the fearful in me that she put in me, like, you better do your thing.
if you don't work, you don't get to enjoy the fruits of life. Like you have to do the
100%,
work. You have to do the
100%.
work. That's real life.
Shout out to Mama Mia.
Yeah, shout out to Mama Mia
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
That is definitely free game. Okay, so you got dang, that's a good one. I agree. That's a really good one. Okay, dang, okay. Okay, what's the freest game you got from Dad? Our dad is turning 80 years old this week. That nigga's old.
80 is crazy.
80 is crazy.
80 is crazy.
Yeah, he's 1944. He was born.
44.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Yeah, so what's the freest game you ever got from him?
Well, see, with him, it's like, it's when growing up with him, he says, if you want to do this, then he's going to push me to that limit.
Okay.
So when I wanted to tell him I wanted to play this sport, he would make me work and like kind of instill in me, hey,
Yeah.
if you're not working, somebody else is.
For sure.
So you need to do this work. But at the time, I'm like, get off of me, get off of me. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
But as an adult now, looking back on it, he was really teaching me a life lesson. Like, if this is what you're gonna do, he gonna push
gotta
it.
put
It
the
wasn't an
work in.
overbearing parent. It was almost
That
pushing you
nigga
to your
was
potential.
overbearing.
No. I used to think that, but now thinking of it full circle, this is what I wanted to do. And he said, I know what it takes for you to get there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna push you to that limit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until me having life experience and to really understand the concept of what he was doing. Because growing up in it, it was just like, man, you just giving me a hard time being an overbearing parent.
Yeah.
But it's really pushing me to the potential that he knew that I can go.
And like what the real world is gonna do, because like the
Exactly.
real world is not really finna
They
give
gonna
you no
eat you
slack.
up.
They
They
don't
gon-
give a damn about
Not at all.
how you feeling, what you doing. If they paying you, you supposed to show up and do your job.
100%.
Like, so that's a good lesson too.
That's
both
free.
of them,
It was free, but in different aspects of life.
free, and both of them was giving you free game in the same like capacity. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, because if mom is saying work hard, play, you get to play hard. That is also saying if you want something,
This is what you gotta do.
This is what it's gonna take to
And
get
then
there.
when you doing it, you gotta have to be consistent in doing
And
it
disciplined.
and disciplined and working to do it.
Yeah.
To wherever it is that your end goal is.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
I definitely will say, and then in the comparison to, hey, listen, when you go out there, you need to be able to do your job so
Yeah.
everything can follow suit. Don't worry about everything else. Do your job.
Yeah. And I mean, that's true. Because
Yeah.
hard work do not,
The
like,
original Mac saying that. The original Big Mac saying.
that's not the original. The original is
The
his
original
mother.
mom. Okay.
Okay.
Big Mac. All right. Big Mac is.
Yeah, thank you
Big
very
Mac.
much. Yeah. Thank
If
you
we're gonna
very
be politically
much.
correct,
Be
we're gonna
politically
say
correct.
Big Mac is the
Okay.
one that put that game out there for sure.
Yeah,
100%.
no, that's for sure. The one thing he told me, one thing I say I got from dad was definitely people gonna do whatever they want to do.
Right.
Like, that's one thing that, you're gonna put energy into what you want to put energy into, right? Which is like, in essence, the same thing you got from him, but in a different perspective, right?
Right.
Like, for me, it's more so like, you can't really get upset about what people do.
Right.
Because they gonna do what they want to do,
Right.
and you gonna do what you want to do. So
Right.
how you gonna get upset because somebody else is doing what they want to do?
And another line that he would probably say, trying to control the uncontrollable.
Yeah, you
And
can't. Yeah,
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't control what you can control. You
Yeah.
can't control how somebody else is going to move.
Yeah, for sure.
So you have to act accordingly, and you have to stay true to self, though.
To yourself, yeah. And I think but that also all rounds back up to like being who you are and making sure that you are feeding yourself and doing the work that you need to do in order to be self-sustainable. Because if you're not self-sustainable, you're gonna always like die out. It don't matter who you with, who your friends are, whatever the case may be. It'll always plateau or die if you don't have self-sustainability.
Correct.
Because you do have to go into every situation as an individual.
Yes. And individually, you need to be correct. I feel like the energy that you have within is going to be projected out, right?
Yeah,
so you
for
need
sure.
to be kind of at peace and knowing that you're doing the right thing, X, Y, and Z.
But that takes like knowing who you are,
Self-awareness.
and knowing what triggers you, what upsets you, and the why. Like, the why is a big part of it.
Well, man, and that's a part that a lot of people oversee too. It's just
Right.
like kind of finding those whys of why you're so short fused with this, or why does this trigger you. It's like, oh, because I'm this type of person.
Yeah, or this happened, and I now have had to change who I am in order to fit what I've been through, right?
Exactly.
Instead of just being true to who we are and fitting who we, naturally want to be, we always have to like kind of harden up, and I think that's something that growing and being grown and like observing, our parents or what, older generations usually practice doesn't work for our generation, right? Like, things like how we communicate, what we communicate, it has to be more straight to the point. Like, we can't beat around the bush like past generations used to do, because it's not conducive to the goal.
At all. I mean,
Like-
like with time, everything evolves, right? So now with the times, you have to adapt with it, what's going on.
Right.
And
I
our
feel-
generation is on. There's baseline concepts that are passed on generation and generation, it's just the base of how life goes, right?
Yeah.
But how life has evolved in the perspective of what's with the times, how you communicate with somebody,
And I think
how
I will
family
give
structures ran.
Yeah, and I will give like dad, like he's turning 80, but I will give him credit. Like he definitely stayed with the times. Like he was some of our friends' parents, some of our friends' grandparents' age. Like our dad was the same age.
A lot of our friends' grandparents' age.
Yeah, so like our
100%.
friends' grandparents would be like in their 50s and 60s, and our father was in his
that
50s and
same
60s.
age.
But for him to stay current and
Always.
relevant and know what's going on without being connected to the internet is a thing that I have to applaud him for doing, because that's lit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Listen, and he tries to stay as best as current on his current events without the social media.
Without the social media.
He stays on it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I think that and that's one thing that I will applaud him on. And I mean, mom too, like, you know, there's just different things that they've instilled. Your lesson from her, like your free game that you really got from her that's a real thing. Like just bringing that back to that hard work equals hard play is so important. And I think that we forget about that in a world where we're so used to instant gratification. Because when you're used to instant gratification, you're not used to putting in that hard work. And there's so much hard work that goes into becoming who you want to be and what you want to do.
And then where's that instant gratification coming from? From the social media platform. They see this where it's at. Oh, okay. Well, I need that now.
I can get that now.
But that doesn't work for you. How's that works for that person?
Yeah.
And you don't know if that person's what the obstacles that they did to get to where they
got to. Yeah. And I think that that's interesting. And I mean, just from being like, you know how the game has transformed, like being a player, to like what you have went through versus what they get now is just two totally different things. Like as far as like what they get, like, you get so much now going into the league, or before even the league is not even like the goal no more. Just go to college. Just go to college now, and you're able to get so many things going for you.
You can provide some type of outlet for you. It may not be that next deal, but you have a foundation to step from. Coming from college into real life.
Yeah, and I think that's it's so crazy. It's crazy how the world has evolved. But like a lot of things people do, like you crawl so people can walk. You walk so people can run. Like it's just so many things. I am a firm believer of that. Now it's so ridiculous because it's like you see everything like kind of evolving after the fact. Because like you hear about it growing up, and the process is like, oh, you guys got it lucky X, Y, and Z. But it's just like now. Dang, I'm looking back and now sounding like, but it's always, but then, like, guess what?
It's always improving, always.
Yeah, and like when you look at those younger generations, even if you look at young players, young students, whatever the case may be, like when I'm looking at young students, I'm like, dang, y'all got it so easy. Y'all got AI, y'all got this, y'all got all these resources. You look at young athletes, y'all like, you got NIL deals, you got this, you got that. Like there's so many things that you have access to that we didn't have access to.
Only thing we had access to as far as your AI point is Cliff Notes.
Yeah, that's it. No facts. Cliff Notes, whatever. Like cheat codes wasn't like they have so many cheat codes. So when we looking at the next generation, we talking to them like our people was talking to us, right? And but understanding, but we get to see it from a perspective of like the world is always evolving. The world is always evolving. So if you don't evolve with the world, you're gonna get left behind.
But so, we came up in that internet.
Yeah, for sure.
Decade. Like
for sure.
we did.
Yeah. So but that the hard work and the play is definitely something
that's big. That was something that was really like, dang, mom, I thought about it as an adult though, like, oh wow.
Because imagine you get some little extra. You be like, okay, I worked hard. Like, I get to spend this. Like, I get to do this how I want to do this, right? Versus, like, when you don't work hard, you don't get no results. If you don't work, you don't get paid. Like, if you don't get paid, you can't play. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and everything follows suit. Everything follows suit. So you have to take care of, like,
and you
with
have
her,
to do what you want.
Prioritize what you need to do in order to do and enjoy. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, because like whatever you like is what you like. It don't matter. So, but you got to work hard to enjoy the things that you like as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So
100%.
yeah, no, that's dope. And then dad, the hard work. Yeah, the hard work. You got to work for it.
Right. And like the real thing, like with dad, that really, listen. You doing a peer comparison and trying to worry about everybody else? No, you need to worry about that work that you putting in. Because what you're gonna do is gonna show. The results are gonna show.
For themselves,
what
yeah.
you've done in the dark is gonna come to light.
Yeah.
And when he was saying that, it was just like, okay, but I'm out here doing this when I'm at the batting cage with you all the time.
Yeah.
I'm doing these free throws, I'm doing these
Yeah.
left-handed, I'm doing all of this with you.
What's
But
the
like
result?
nothing's happened.
Instant gratification.
And it was just
Instant
like, you see the
gratification.
end goal, and I see you, this is the trials and tribulations to get to that gratification of being
but like
happy.
being grown now, you able to see, especially with myself. I know that when I'm looking at that, like, because I'm seeing it from an outside perspective, right? I'm looking at that like, dang, okay, well, I do gotta have far sight to see near sight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I need to see the future in order to know what I need to do in order to
100%.
get to that goal. So like he's seeing it from like, yo, I'm trying to prepare my son for all of these things or my kids for all of these things that are gonna come. Whereas like, you know, we seeing it from like, what's gonna happen right now? Like
Right.
what am I getting my shit
Right.
right now? Like,
Right.
you know? But like understanding that I'm able to like take that into perspective as an adult and say like, okay, these are the things that it's gonna take for me to get to where I need to get to. So that's that's some real life shit. That's real life.
100%.
Oh, okay. Well, thank God. All right. Thanks for pulling up to
Man, listen. I feel honored to be
All
here.
right, this
Let me-
is
no,
dramatic.
no. I feel
Okay.
honored to be here.
Yes.
Like people don't know
Yes.
where you. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thanks,
People,
brother.
like, people don't know. People don't know.
Yeah, nah, it's going crazy.
But I'm the work that you put in behind closed doors before everybody, what they see
Yeah.
of the whole production on Instagram or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like you really do your thing.
Shout out to the team.
Like you really do your thing. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like you done formed a team. You done got around people that believe in your vision.
Yeah.
And you're capitalizing on it.
Yeah. Well, I ain't capitalizing it.
you-
Y'all niggas need to cash in.
No. I'm giving you flowers. No, I'm giving you your flowers though,
Yes,
because
thank
you are in the right direction.
Yes,
And it's
thank
like
you.
if somebody else say, "Oh, what's going on Mac Mondays?" If I
Yeah.
run into another person to say that,
Keep asking that nigga that.
yeah. Oh, what's going on Mac Monday? What we talking about on Mac
Yeah,
Monday? It's
keep
like,
asking him. Pull up.
But when they're saying it and we're joking about it, it's
Yeah.
just still that people are tuning in.
Yeah, no,
that's what I'm
facts.
getting at. Like that's a buzz that's going around.
Yeah.
So you're doing the right thing.
Like our page.
All of that, all of the
Mac
above.
Mondays. I am the Mac at YouTube. I am the Mac at all them platforms. Shout out to my team, Michael, Zach, Trinity, Mari, all my guests. Yeah. Shout out to y'all. But no, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
of
all
course.
y'all who talking to Lee, go like my stuff. Like we don't care about she's doing a good job. Go like it. Go like it. Go subscribe. Go do all of that. Like y'all.
Wait, hold on. How you know they're not liking and subscribing though? How you know that?
I know the same 20 people like my shit. Like
Oh my God! Oh my
So
God!
get my likes up and my views. If y'all watching, I see you watching, but like. Use your fingers. Okay? Dang. We can't get no notoriety if y'all ain't liking hoes.
Oh man!
Not hoes, but everybody. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for listening.
Oh no!
Oh, thank you for listening to another Mac Mondays. I got my brother here, Lee Mac.